What's going on, everybody? Super Saiyan Paul here, back at it again. Today we have more Dragon Ball Super news, information, and updates, as well as spoilers, so make sure you guys click off if you guys do not want to be spoiled as to what's going to be going down in Dragon Ball Super episode 129 and forward, because we know most of the things that are going to be happening with episode 130 and episode 131, mainly episode 130 because it's straightforward based on the previews and stuff that we were given. So if you guys do not want to be spoiled, click off the video right now. If you guys are going to stay, like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This way you guys can stay up to date on Dragon Ball Super news, as well as information and updates as what's going to be happening after Dragon Ball Super inevitably ends in the coming episodes and on the movie that will be released later on this year. Anyway, guys, today is Dragon Ball Super's it was supposed to be the break because it's the marathon or something going on in Japan, and that's why it's not airing today. But this was supposed to originally technically be the date that episode 129 is supposed to air. So it's not airing until next week because it's on a break for that marathon thing. But with this being said, we already know mainly what's going to be happening in Dragon Ball Super episode 129. If you guys don't know, if you guys didn't see Dragon Ball Super episode 128, they showed us in the preview that he is going to be mastering Ultra Instinct. It literally says it word for word. Now, we know that Frieza's hiding somewhere because in the previous episode, it was mainly about Vegeta getting eliminated by Jiren. And with that being said, they didn't mention Frieza at all. Frieza was hiding for the most part, and if anything, they're just saving him for the end. What we do know in episode 129 is that he's going to be an Ultra Instinct. We know that he's tapped into this power in the previous episode, and he's going to be moving forward with this form. Now, with this form being the main event, the main battle, Frieza's still going to be left in the background, most likely hiding. It'll be a shocker to see him even be shown at all, most likely just talking over the fight and just witnessing what's going to be going down here because he can't jump into the fight. Episode 127 of Dragon Ball Super already established that he can't jump into the fight. So it's mainly going to be Goku versus Jiren, and what's going to be happening, according to the preview, Goku keeps saying faster, stronger, faster, stronger. So most likely, we know how this is going to go. Goku and Jiren are going to clash. Jiren's going to be able to take on Ultra Instinct. Ultra Instinct in its base form is not going to be enough to take down Jiren, and that's what this episode's going to be revolving around. Now, Goku's gonna be like attacking him with the weird movements and all of this stuff, even jumping up into the air and launching a Kamehameha wave, which Jiren's just gonna completely blast right out of the sky, and it's gonna pretty much disintegrate Goku's shirt, I believe. If anything, it's either the transformation or the attack in retaliation is going to attack him. If you guys look at the preview, screenshot by screenshot, it's just basically Jiren holding his own against the base form Ultra Instinct. So Jiren's gonna help Goku inevitably power up, and we know that Jiren is actually enjoying the fight because from the spoilers that were given to us with Dragon Ball episode 130 and 131, Jiren's having like this spark in his eye. He's happy that Goku's getting stronger. It's something that he low-key wanted, and it's gonna be really interesting to see how far Jiren's power is gonna stretch, because if he's able to keep up with Ultra Instinct, I highly doubt he's at 100% in episode 129. If anything, Goku's going to master Ultra Instinct towards the end of the episode or the midway point or even 3/4 through, and after that, that's when Jiren's really gonna pull off the brakes and go all out, full foot on the gas pedal, and fight him at 100%, which is most likely going to be episode 130 based on the title, the Super Showdown, for short. So episode 129, it's just gonna basically, for the most part, be a build-up episode. I feel like it's just gonna be a blow-for-blow matchup. Hopefully we get to see some nice animation. From the preview, I just saw the random punching parts. You know those weird punchings, like the one-piece punching that Goku does in Ultra Instinct? That's not the stuff that I actually enjoy from Ultra Instinct. I liked more of the like dodging and stuff. I want to see another move like what he did to Kefla, where he did the Kamehameha wave while just riding on the attack and then blasting her in the face. That was probably the most interesting part about Ultra Instinct and the fluidity of the movement. That's what I want to see from episode 129. If not, they're going to save that for the mastered Ultra Instinct form, where it's going to take place in episode 130, and it's just got to be one of the most badass spectacles ever, because with that episode being the final battle and everything going down right then and there, it's going to be very interesting to see. Now, Dragon Ball Super episode 131, it's a farewell to Goku title, so either which most likely happens here, is that Goku just wins straightforward, wins the tournament, and then they're gonna be like, hey, this was a good fight, let's do this again, we'll have another one another day, which is most likely what's gonna happen, because Jiren's enjoying the fight here, and we know that because he's helping Goku power up, and he let Goku get Ultra Instinct in the first place. He let him power up the Spirit Bomb and all of this type of stuff, testing Goku's abilities, and that's technically what I think Goku wanted from this Tournament of Power. He wanted to push his limits, and he knows that, because like the amount of power buffs the characters got in this tournament alone is really insane. Like within this 40-minute plus stretch, the amount of power buffs like can overshadow Z. People went from like Super Saiyan 1, 2, and then all the way up to like God level in just the Tournament of Power time frame. So that's what this tournament did, and we knew it had to end because Dragon Ball Super was going towards the end of Dragon Ball Z anyway in terms of the timeline, and there's not much they could have done, and they scaled it so fast with the rushing of some of this tournament. It's just like, yo, they had nothing left. They had to just push it all out right now, or else it wouldn't have worked. Now, with Dragon Ball Super Episode 129 and 130, what I see here is that, okay, it's going to be your generic fight for the most part until Goku gets his new form. Goku and Jiren at 100% are probably going to be matching each other blow for a bit. Then Goku's going to get the edge somehow. Whether that be from Frieza or not in episode 130, that is yet to be seen. If Frieza does turn into a good guy, he's going to have to help out in the battle some way, shape, or form with some sort of distraction while Goku wears Jiren down. If not, then it's going to be a stalemate for the most part until Goku catches the edge, because Goku's gonna master the form. You don't just master the form and lose. There's no way you just master a form made for victory, being hyped up as victory, only made for victory, and its only sole purpose is victory, and lose. The strongest Goku in history cannot lose to Jiren. So with Jiren having the shallow backstory, he's going to get fodderized. We know this, I've said this in previous videos, but I just gotta reiterate the fact, Jiren is going to most likely be defeated by the hands of Mastered Ultra Instinct. They're pushing these toys out there like it's crazy, and even the DLC for Xenoverse 2 is dropping next week before the episode even airs. So with that being said, that even gives you a little bit more proof as to how they're merchandising this form and how they're just trying to utilize the sales as to what's going on here. So I want you guys to tell me in the comment section below, how do you guys think this fight's gonna go? Do you think Jiren is going to beat the crap out of Mastered Ultra Instinct? Do you think Goku is going to need Frieza's help in this fight, or Frieza is going to betray Goku in the very end? I am waiting in the comments to see what you guys have to say, because it's going to be very interesting. That last episode especially, episode 129 is going to be more of a straightforward episode, but at least Ultra Instinct is that flair that we all like showing up in the show. Now, what Frieza has to do in this match is basically sit this one out in episode 129. We know that for a fact because they're hiding him in all of the titles, they're hiding him in the summaries that have been released thus far. And with nothing really, and they hit him in the previous episode, so with nothing really being utilized in terms of his character and all of the hype surrounding him from the beginning this tournament started, from the minute he was resurrected, what we have to assume here is that they're saving him for the final moments of episode 130. That's most likely what they have to do, because otherwise, what are you going to do with this guy? He's just sitting in the ring. He just counts as another fighter for Universe 7, and Universe 11 only has Jiren, so they're going to win by the more amount of fighters by default. They're going to have 2 versus 1, and if Mastered Ultra Instinct can't take down Jiren, most likely it's just going to be Frieza being the tipping of the scale, because with Mastered Ultra Instinct, Goku fighting Jiren, it's gonna most likely, if anything, either end up with just a beatdown on Jiren. Jiren's gonna have to lose, because there's no way they're gonna end a series off in a cliffhanger like this and then try to launch the movie. What it seems like with that movie having the most Saiyans, once again I'll explain this, guys, it's gonna have the most Saiyans ever, therefore it makes sense for Goku to win, wish all the universes back. Most likely that universe is going to be Universe 6, where all the Saiyans are at, and that's where the movie is going to take place, because we did know that we had to have an arc or some sort visiting Cabba's planet, so that most likely will be featured in the movie. Anyway, guys, that has been Dragon Ball Super episode 129 summary for the most part, and breaking down a bit of episode 130 and the ending. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys smash that like button for me, subscribe, as well as turn on notifications to be alerted anytime I upload a new video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I appreciate all of your support thus far. It's been amazing on every single video. Thank you guys so much. I make sure I shout out my notification squad every time you guys comment first and stuff like that. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Take care. Peace. Young money. Yeah.